Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another This Might Hurt. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the weekend. We're doing an event at the Salt Cave today, if you're in Albuquerque, where we're doing a cacao ceremony. I will be there with cacao and curanderismo and doing the things. They're also going to have card readers and aura photos and some other stuff. So if you're in Albuquerque, get down to the Salt Cave today, 11 to 3. Paseo in Wyoming. It should be fun. They're celebrating their 3 years of business, and I'm excited to do it. I've participated in every event that they've had, and this will be no different. So, anyway, hope you're doing well. Let's see what the cards have to say today. Let's see. I don't know why I just don't have the banter in me today. I just don't. I had a long night and then had some really, really crazy dreams. But yeah, interesting. People I hadn't seen or heard of in a long time. Anyway, here we go. 2 of Wands, back to that decision. I don't know. Whatever decision it is we're not making it. So we need to make that decision. You know, what's the next step on the path? Does it have to be the 3D path? No, not necessarily. It doesn't have to mean a change of jobs or venues or where you live or anything like that. I mean, it could be. Don't get me wrong, it could be. You know, obviously she's looking at a map. But I feel like it's the next step on your journey, the next step on your evolution. What's that next step? What are we working on? We're always working on something, right? So for a long time I was working on my codependency, and then I was working on my regulation of my emotions, and then like what's next? There's always the next thing to work on, right? I just noticed my little crystal is toppled over. What is that next step? What is the thing that we are wanting to work on next? So let's see what that is. What is this decision about? The Lovers in reverse. The Lovers for me is a self-care, self-love card. I know it depicts a couple, but I see it as the divine feminine and the divine masculine within yourself. There's some energies out of balance for you here. And maybe that's part of the decision that we're making is, do we want to work on that action part or work on the receiving part, right? Because that would be divine feminine and divine masculine. It could mean arguments, it could mean regrets, it could mean all the things in the 3D world that come with a relationship. But my channel is all about you and yourself. So are we talking about an argument within yourself, right? We got this decision and the argument, and we're back to that very orangey sacral chakra energy, the creative, like you get to make the next step. You get to decide what will be next. And without a decision, that in and of itself is a decision, right? Because it is. I don't know what else to say about that. Indecision is a decision nonetheless. But what is the argument within yourself? What is that back and forth going on with yourself? So, Page of Wands in the reverse. Again, we're still with that same color scheme. It's a very dominant color scheme, and Wands, right? So Wands is all about creativity, which is, of course, the sacral chakra. We talk about the Page of Wands in the reverse, then we are talking about being bored or struggling, right? Or having some level of immaturity. If you think about sorry, I'm looking again with the lizards on this shirt, right? I think we had this on one of the very first readings we ever had. But the struggle, right? Now, yesterday we had the Knight of Wands in the reverse, which meant chaos was coming. But there's some level of struggle. There's some argumentative energy, struggling energy, decision energy. I feel like it's a void. I call it the void. So that's that right before everything starts up again, right? It's that quiet, that moment of quiet that pause in the breath, if you will, to the Six of Swords, and it's moving quickly, and we're still with this same color scheme. What is going on with my stuff today? That's crazy. So, yeah, Six of Swords, moving, fast-moving energies. Could be moving your home. It could be moving jobs, but it's very fast-moving energy. I mean, not fast-moving. It's an energy of moving. So we have Swords, which, of course, is all about our thoughts and our words and how we speak to ourselves. And whatever transition this is, it is absolutely necessary. It's going to get us out of that void. It's going to help us make the decision. It's going to help us decide, are we working on feminine or masculine energy as we argue with ourselves? And the struggle to figure it all out is moving, right? So this energy is all moving forward. We talk about the void as the feeling of non-movement, but even when we feel like we're not moving, we're moving, which is sometimes the case. It's just cycles, right, guys? It's just cycles. What part of the cycle are you in? There's always that calm before the storm, if you will, where things feel chaotic. Yeah, I would say it's the void. We got the Chariot in reverse. Chariot's really fast-moving energy, and it's a movie. And I said it 3 times, too. It is a card about shadow work. So I had a reader read it that way for me one time, and I really liked it because it's the light and the dark, right? And the movement of both. And so that being the case, in the reverse, I would see that as the void, right? Just, it's time to just stop and sit and really give up control of what it is you're trying to control and just make the decision, right? Make the decision. But this is, I believe this reading is all about the chaos that we were predicting yesterday and the day before. Or feeling chaotic, right? You can feel chaotic on the inside while nothing is happening on the outside. I do like that the final card, the advice card, moves up the line of chakra energy to the strength, the solar plexus chakra, right? So we're moving from the creative to the strength of chakras. So from the sacral to the solar plexus. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've made a lot of sense. I feel like I've kind of been talking all over the place. So we've got this decision that we have to make. We have an imbalance, if you will, in what we're doing with ourselves between that feminine and masculine energy. What are we going to work on next? Move to get there. You know, we're trying to move to get there, but we're feeling very stuck. We're feeling very in the void, if you will. What we don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is temperance. Temper the emotions. Things will balance out, right? It feels chaotic right now, but things will balance out. I promise you that. It always happens that way, right? So yesterday we had the chaos coming in. Now we have the balance coming in. The harmony, right? That self-control, that moderation, if you will, is going to be coming in. So we will end up making that decision. But we've got to get through this kind of voidy, icky, I was going to say material, but it's not material. We've got to get through this icky part first to get to the other side of it. Because the only way out is through. All right, guys, I hope that made sense to you. It made sense for me. And we will talk tomorrow. Take care.